For me, World Elephant Day is a day about celebrating elephants. It's about everything that they've contributed to us over the millennia that we've lived with them, and just also now trying to raise awareness about the issues that they face in an ever-changing and modernizing world.
We've been working with the elephant for quite a while. It started off actually, Sean and them were doing this work before I arrived on the scene. They were very interested in whether or not elephants could detect TNT, and it actually started all the way back when the Angolan Civil War. During the Angolan War, between 15 and 20 million landmines were deployed, and it's estimated that almost 80% of those remain in situ that were unexploded. This was a real problem, and in 2007, Michael Chase, who works in Angola, had 5 collared elephants, and the data that they collected from the 5 collared elephants seemed to suggest that these elephants were avoiding minefields, which piqued Rory Hensman, Sean's father, his interest. And he began to think, how are these elephants doing it? Are they able to smell TNT? We asked the elephant to go and find a TNT sample within a lineup of other scent options. Now, why are we particularly interested in TNT? Well, it's the main component of landmines. To get an elephant to do this, you have to rely on training using operant conditions and positive reward. You can see the yellow buckets over there. Elephant starts off in one point, and initially they were trained to just find TNT along a lineup that doesn't have anything else besides TNT and blanks. And the elephants did really, really well, and in fact outperforming the dogs by miles. And they do this by lifting their leg over the bucket that has the sample in, and that's how we know that they found TNT.
Well done. Good boy, well done. Good boy. Okay, finished?
And then we made it more complex for them by actually asking them to now discriminate between TNT and other scent samples by giving them control scents such as petrol, acetone, bleach, coffee, tea, and asking the elephants to only indicate when they found TNT.
At the moment, what you'll see is just letting the elephant smell the jar with the scent, and then the phone to its number. So we'll see how well she does.
In comparison to dogs, they have a much better sensitivity level than dogs do. Dogs have compared to dogs working under similar situations, have a 93% success rate, and our elephants have a 99.7% success rate.
Good. Yeah. Well done, Regina. Well done.
In all of the 95 trials that we did with him, they correctly indicated TNT 94 times. They can possibly go into being great biosensors for early disease detection, so doing early cancer screening, diabetes, TB, all things like that. There's huge scope for them in that field, and these guys learned to do the TNT stuff within a few weeks, whereas a dog is going to take you months and also needs to be trained all the time to keep that maintenance up. These elephants can be trained once they know the target, basically you don't have to train them again. And they can live up to 60 years in the wild, so as a biosensor, there's initial input, and thereafter you've got a reliable biosensor for 60 years. A good dog in the field is probably only going to have 8 years. So, I mean, it just makes so much sense.